Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, welcome to another video. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to kind of round up 2020, what I can. I mean, this is going to be like makeup stuff, to be honest. A couple of days ago I did release my my full face of makeup, my favourite makeup of 2020, so check that out. But those products won't be in this video because, I mean, why show them twice? So you can just check out that video if you want to. But yeah, this is some of my favorites and my fails. There's not as many fails as I was kind of thinking, because I mean, if there was anything, I'd probably thrown it away because I didn't want it. But the stuff that I still have, for some reason, are still here, but I have a bigger amount of hits. So should I do the fails first, just because let's just get them out of the way. So the first thing I want to talk about is a foundation, and it's the Body Collection foundation. So the reason why this is a fail is because there are not enough shades. This comes up super orange on me. The coverage itself is really nice and the foundation is very nice. You can buy this in Wilkinson's for like £4, £4 or £5. I mean, yeah, the price is good. But the colour selection is like, there's 5 shades, so you don't think you can really do much with 5 shades. This is the lightest shade. I can't remember, I kind of ripped off the number on the back, but yeah, when I put it on my face, I become super orange, and I do not want to be orange, basically. Obviously I want to be matching my skin. I don't really tan or anything, so orange is not my thing. Yeah, it's quite disappointing, even though some of their other products are quite decent. I have done almost full face of Body Collection because their products are so cheap, so check that out. So yeah, not the best. The next item is another product from Body Collection, and this is their highlighter. So this is a baked illuminator, and this is in the shade Luna. I love highlighters, but this is just powder. This is literally nothing. I can't even swatch it because it's so bad. Basically, this was probably £2 or £3 again, and I know you, like, people say, what do you expect for £2 or £3? But if I can get a Revolution highlighter for probably like the same price to be amazing, this is shit. Like, you think because it's baked, I mean, I don't know why I keep on swatching it, it's like literally you cannot see a thing, literally it just turns into powder. But yeah, like I said, the setting powder and their eyeshadow palettes are quite decent, but then when you look at this highlighter, it's just non-existent. Yeah, I mean, even with, again, the collection, they have 1 or 2 highlighters, but again, this doesn't even show up, so I definitely do not like this. So I'm probably going to throw this away, actually. There's no point in me keeping it. And so the next few products I have are by Revolution. This first product is by XX Revolution. Now, I received this as a mistake because I did an order with Revolution, and instead of them sending me a blush that I ordered, they sent me a liquid eyeliner. And I like liquid eyeliners, of course. This was purple, so I was like, okay, that's interesting, I won't send it back. But it is honestly one of the worst liquid eyeliners I have ever tried. I'm just swatching it for you guys now, and it's just bad. It's very, what's the word? It's not pigmented really at all. It's just overly liquidy. Let me give it a shake and see if that matters, because I've only tried this once. And even then, I was just like, this is not for me. Like, yeah, swatching it, you can see it's already just faded, and here it's just, yeah, when you rub it, it's just gone, basically. So it's pretty shit. This, I believe, by itself is maybe like £10. It's not worth it. It's like, this is massive, yeah, but then when you open it, it's literally just that, and it's really not worth £10. XX Revolution is a very hit and miss brand for me. I did do a full face, almost full face as well, if you want to check that out. But some of their products are really good. Like, their foundation is pretty good, like very full coverage, which is nice. The eyeshadow palettes are pretty good, but that eyeliner is not good at all, and the way it's just streaky and it just kind of like I know blending it on my hand is probably not the best, but I mean, if it's a good product, it would probably swatch good anywhere. But anyway, moving on. The next two products are highlighters, and it's really frustrating because the palettes for these products are in my favourites, but these highlighters are so bad. It's the Makeup Revolution Nightmare Before Christmas and the Beauty and the Beast highlighters. I mean, yeah, I was really excited, obviously, when these collections were coming out, because obviously my two loves, which is Disney makeup, basically collabing. And yeah, this one came out first, and this is the Moonlight Mischievous and Madness. This highlighter is bad. It honestly, I gave it so much benefit of the doubt, and it is quite similar to the Body Collection one where you swatch it and it just disappears. I have tried it on my face twice and it just does not work. It's really nice the way it looks because it's embedded with Jack's face, but it's just chalk basically, and it's not illuminating at all, so that was kind of a waste of £8. The packaging is nice, so I'm not going to throw it away because I spent £8 on it, and it's Nightmare Before Christmas, you know, which is one of the best films ever made, and then Beauty and the Beast, which is my favourite Disney film. This is, oh god, it's such a lot of fallout in these products as well. So this is A Tale of Enchantment. Revolution came out with like a Disney Princesses collection, and I bought the Belle one because it's the best. And again, I have literally just watched it and it's just chalk. I've tried it twice as well and it's just not going to work. Again, I think it cost £8. It's not, the highlighter's not worth it. The palettes are good, I'll talk about them in a moment, but these highlighters are extremely disappointing, so these are not going to be makeup that I'll be using anytime soon. So those were my least favourite products. And I know I'm coming up to like 10 minutes. I'm going to try my best to get as quick as I can. But talking about maybe like my favourite brands this year, there's a few, not too many that I can even think of that I've like enjoyed this year. Beauty Bay is probably the first brand that I absolutely just been obsessed with this year. Elf, I've really started to enjoy. Colourpop, absolutely, like I've just become obsessed with using Colourpop because I mean it's dangerous going onto their website when they constantly have sales and new palettes coming out. So yeah, those are some of like my favourite brands, but let's go on to the products, which those brands are mentioned in here basically, but I want to start off with an independent brand, and this is Lois Cosmetics. Oh my god, it fell out. This is the Rose Metal palette. So I heard about this brand through Steph Toms, who is one of my favourite YouTubers, and yeah, they have this palette which is one of the most gorgeous palettes ever. It's a rose gold palette. Rose gold is one of my favourite shades ever. I wore, like, my wedding dress was a rose gold, and this palette is freaking gorgeous. They do have another palette which is kind of like a neon kind of palette, which I might pick up one day. Really decently priced. I think it's not even £20 for an independent brand to come out with such gorgeous shades. I absolutely adore this palette. I can't wait to like just constantly use it. They're always coming out with they just recently came out with some liquid eyeliners. They have a set of brushes that you can buy as well. But yeah, this is fantastic. This brand is really, really cool, and they're really active on social media, so if you message them, they contact you back. I think it's just one person, like Lois, I think her name is Lois, who just kind of runs the brand, and just really, really nice. So let's go on to Elf. So Elf has quite a few products that I really enjoyed. The first one is their Flawless Finish Foundation, which is fantastic. This sticker does mean something, but I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm going to be filming that maybe tomorrow to talk about it, which won't be up for another couple of days because I'm bulk filming some videos. But yeah, this foundation is fantastic. Their liquid eyeshadows are freaking cool. I really want to buy some more. They're only £5. Like, that is amazing, and they dry down super quickly and literally stay on all day, don't really budge. Their Primers are fantastic. This one I've spoken about numerous times, which is the Mineral Infused Primer, and I recently purchased the Soothing Face Primer, which is again soothing because someone with very sensitive skin, I have to be very careful with what I put on my face, and especially when it comes to primers, which is the barrier between your skin and makeup, is always very important. And yeah, another few products that I've just got quite a few by them. The Putty Eye Primer, I spoke about this, like I use pretty much every video. I'm using it quite quickly, to be honest. I use it just constantly because it's so damn good, because it just helps my makeup stay on all day. And then of course their mini eyeshadow palettes, which I rave on about all the time, so I've got quite a few. This one, actually, which one is it? I think, yeah, there's the Akayu, and then obviously the Carnival Candy are not my favourites. They're okay. The colour selection is quite random, especially with the Carnival one, because you've got a matte red, kind of burgundy, the blue, two nudes. You can't really do the best look with it, and then the blue, a bit patchy. But when it comes to this jalapeno one, oh my god, this I am constantly using. I absolutely adore this palette. They're £3. I can't really say much else about how much I love them. You can get them in Superdrug, you can get them in Boots, and they've just come out with the 2-pan highlighter and blush, which I've ordered, so one is on its way. Cannot wait, because I love e.l.f. products. So let's move on. Let's move on to Beauty Bay. I mean, I've been speaking about them quite a lot on my channel this year because I constantly order from them and they're constantly releasing their own products, so I feel like their products are freaking great. The first thing I want to talk about is their liquid eyeshadow, and this is the Living My Best Lights in the shade Garnet. So I have used this a couple of times already. I'm starting to really get into liquid eyeshadows. It's just gorgeous the way that they just glide onto the eyes. I think they're only £5, pretty decent. The same price actually as the e.l.f. one, so £5. It's pretty good. And then of course the highlighter and the blush, constantly been talking about them. And then when you look at these highlighters compared to the Revolution ones I spoke about, like Revolution have some great highlighters, but this one is just amazing. This blush as well, absolutely obsessed with it. Yeah, it's got bits of glitter inside, which sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of, but this gives me such a nice glow. It just feels amazing on my skin. And then their palettes, I have so many of their palettes. I don't want to bring them all with me, but the one that I did bring was the Nikkietutorials one, because it was one that I was most excited about. I'm just bringing it out, sorry. Yeah, so I absolutely adore this palette. I love Nikkietutorials. I think this year has been, sorry, everything's just falling. This year has been insane for her because she came out as transgender and she had a crazy year. I'm pretty sure that was this year. Literally, I don't even know what happened this year because of lockdown, but this palette came out and I'm very happy that I got it because it's an absolutely gorgeous palette. I think she's fantastic. I think Beauty Bay are fantastic. Their palettes are affordable. They're, you know, pigmented, and you can just do so many amazing looks with them. Beauty Bay, check them out, they're fantastic. Basically, what should we talk about next before I break something? The next product is by Revolution, but this is Makeup Obsession, so this is a So Dope palette. I love this palette. It is, green is becoming one of my favourite colours ever, and honestly, if you do watch my videos, you will see how much I use this palette. You're probably bored of me talking about this palette because it's great. Honestly, I think it's such a great shade selection, and this normally isn't a palette that I would really go for. This is a shade Mood, so like it's really nice. It's really nice. Makeup Obsession is basically Makeup Revolution, just with a different name and a different kind of style, the way that their products are kind of produced. And this palette is either £6 or £10. Either way, extremely affordable, really, really nice. I love it. yeah, and then going on to Revolution, and again I was speaking about these two palettes, which I do like. They're not the best when it comes to colour selection, because honestly when I used this Beauty and the Beast one, I find it quite difficult sometimes to make a really good colour story out of it, because the colours are so sporadic. Like, you can just go for a nude, you can go for a couple of reds, and then you go for some blues. But if you really want to mix it up, it's not the best, but you do have a nice selection of shimmers and some blushes. So I kind of wish I didn't buy that highlighter and I just got this, because I actually watched Taylor's Oldest Time the other day and it is super nice. So when I use this palette again, I will be trying out the highlighters properly and maybe the blushes again, because they are super nice. And then when it comes to the Jack one, there was a Jack and Sally one, and I chose the Jack one because the colour selection was a bit more different, and this is stuck together, which is really stupid, because when it first came, it came with like this cover, this plastic cover on top, and all the glue just hasn't come off, so it just sticks. But yeah, the colour story again is pretty nice. It's pretty random, but it's, you know, it's nice. It's a Revolution palette, so you can't really, you can go wrong obviously, because a lot of times they do go wrong. But let me just swatch Dead of Night. I Am the Dead of Night. You know, it's nice, a little bit patchy, but it's still quite nice. There's so many of the shades I haven't tried yet, like that's Graveyard, that's really nice. But I think I just need to be a bit more adventurous when it comes to these palettes, because I tend to just use 3 colours and then that's it. But again, these ones were not too bad, they're pretty good, I enjoy them. And another brand, this is the only product I've used by them, but I wanted to try them for so long, and it's the Juvia's Place palette. Just trying to talk. This is amazing. This is the Berries palette, and this is one of their kind of smaller palettes, because they do have some big panned palettes and some small ones, but this one I saw on Beauty Bay and it was on sale, and I thought I really want to give it a go. And again, I've used this quite a few times on my channel already. They're fantastic, so pigmented, and this is quite a high-end brand, I believe, as well. And they've come out with some new palettes which I really want to get, but Beauty Bay for some reason do not have them on. They don't have Juvia's Place on their website right now, but I did tweet them and they replied back saying keep an eye out. So maybe they are re-releasing some of their stuff, but keep an eye out on Beauty Bay, because maybe ordering from their website is a bit of a pain at the moment. I don't know. But let's go on to Colourpop. Oh my god. So like I said, I've started to just buy Colourpop constantly, and I have made so many orders. I made one order, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna kind of not order anymore at the moment, because essentially to get free shipping you have to spend over $60, but then it ends up being more because they add tax on top. So you're spending like $70, which can accumulate to maybe £60 if you are getting a lot of stuff, because their stuff is really decently priced. But it's become like an addiction. I bought so many palettes. I bought a couple of lip products. I got their face milks, which are super nice. But some of my favourites this is the Strawberry Shake palette, amazing. The Disney Villains Misunderstood. And then the one that I've used is the So Jaded palette by Kathleen Lights, which I've wanted to try for so long. Just their formulas are so good. I also have the Mandalorian, the Child palette. I have the Raw Beauty Christie palette as well. Like, honestly, I just I've spent so much money this year, because lockdown, I haven't spent my money on anything else when I should be saving it. I spent it on makeup. And yeah, I really like their lipsticks as well, which I mentioned. This is in the shade Goldie. I don't like to use a lot of bullet lipsticks, but these feel so different. They just feel, they're a bit more dry, but they do not, they last all day. I'm not wearing it today, but they do last all day, and they're so freaking good. But the last product I want to talk about is a lip product, and it's the Flower Beauty lipstick. Oh, I love Flower Beauty. Drew Barrymore is just an amazing human, and I've spoken about Flower Beauty before and just how I like her products. And the eyeshadow palette is really good. I think it's called like a Blazing Sun palette. I don't know why I didn't bring it here with me. It's a really nice palette, but you can pick them up in Superdrug now, and they're quite decently priced. I think for this lipstick it was either £10 or £13, and it's such a nice like formula. Honestly, it's probably one of my favourite formulas. Where can I swatch? Yeah, like this is in the shade Merlot Kiss, and I have a nude one as well, and honestly it dries down so nice. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel like it sucked the life out of your lips basically. It just feels so nice and moisturising, and it lasts all day as well. So those were my favourite products of 2020. Let's see what 2021 brings. I mean, I will be trying to buy less makeup because I need to stop spending that dollar and save up and be an adult. Who wants to do that? But hopefully 2020 has been alright for you guys. I hope you have been doing good considering what's been happening. We're all here to support each other, I hope. So if you ever need to have a chat, please just write in the comments and I'm always replying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've tried any of these products or any of these brands, let me know what your favourite product is, because if there's anything I haven't tried, I'm really excited to try it. But thank you so much for watching. Oh, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. And thank you for watching this year. I really appreciate it. You guys have been really nice and supportive and really kind. So thank you so much. Bye guys.